Hey everybody, this is Rob Vegas. I'm checking in from Melbourne, Australia, and of course we're back with another quick movie review here as part of Movie Month. Here it's October 2023. We're doing movie chats. We've been trying to do our best to do movies every day this month, but I did have to take a break there, as you know, sometimes one does. Anyway, we have got another absolute classic for you today that we're going to have a quick chat about, and I absolutely love this movie. You can see what it is. It's Galaxy Quest, starring Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, and of course the great Alan Rickman. And yeah, I'm not sure there's much to be said about this that has not already been said. Of course, Galaxy Quest is a 1999 science fiction comedy film, and boy, does this one tickle the funny bone, as it's absolutely packed with laughs. If you're a fan of Star Trek, Star Wars, you know, all of those science fiction franchises, this is just gonna float your boat, as it's packed with fun references to those franchises and more. And there's just so much fun and joy in this movie. And you know, I'm gonna say it right off the bat, 5 out of 5 on the Rob Vegas movie scale. It is an absolutely fantastic time to watch this, and a joy to see these great actors bring this story to life. And yeah, it'll blow you away. And if you haven't seen it, I kind of envy you in a way that watching this for the first time is just gonna absolutely knock your socks off, as it's a really fun movie that's full of so much love and heart and respect for, you know, those science fiction franchises like Star Wars and Star Trek. And it really, you know, tells a great story in its own right, while, you know, tipping its hat and with a lot of fun nods to the original Star Trek show and all of the spin-offs and things like that, and a lot of those cliches and stuff. But yeah, let's get down to the brass tacks and only the facts, because of course Tim Allen is our main star, and this is like one of his big first movie roles, as he was a huge star in the 90s on TV as part of Home Improvement, and he made his move to the big screen on, I believe, the Santa Claus and a couple of other little movies here and there. But this is like where I guess the planets lined up for him, and he was handed this role, and it's just absolutely fantastic. He nails it, and as does the rest of the cast, Sigourney Weaver and Alan Rickman, who we'll get to in a moment. Of course, the sort of shtick or the plot for the movie is there is an old 1980s space adventure series called Galaxy Quest that was cancelled after a few seasons. And of course the cast have found themselves a bit washed up and out of work and stuff, and they attend fan conventions and events, and you know, they have like a sort of cult following and a devoted fan base. And you know, just attending these conventions kind of rubs some of them the wrong way. And Tim Allen's character, he was the captain of the starship, and he just lives for these conventions, and he absolutely loves the fans. But of course he gets a bit burnt out after a while, and then out of the blue at one convention he gets approached by these seemingly uber fans who actually turn out to be aliens from, you know, outer space and stuff like that. And of course these aliens have actually intercepted the transmission of all of the old adventures of Galaxy Quest, the show, and they believe that this is like factual scientific documents and things like that. So they modelled their society on the TV show of Galaxy Quest, which of course Tim Allen's character and Sigourney Weaver and Alan Rickman all starred in, much to their chagrin. And they get taken on an intergalactic adventure where at first they think it's just far out and everything like that, and they just want to get out of Dodge. But then they meet all of these characters and things like that, and yeah, they come to get along with them and have these character arcs and things like that where they bond with these alien dudes, and yeah, it is full on, and it's a really fun time. And I tell you what, fun in capital letters. If you've not seen this one, like I said earlier, I really envy you, as this is such a cracking good time to watch. As I said, Tim Allen plays the captain, as it were, or the captain. Sigourney Weaver plays a character called Tawny Madison, who is the ship's communication officer, and her role originally seemed to be that she was the eye candy on the show, and what she was doing was basically just repeating what the ship's computer said over and again as part of the show. And she takes that on board, and of course there is other great actors like Tony Shalhoub, Sam Rockwell and yeah, I mean, you can't get much better than that, but you can, because Alan Rickman, of course, of Hans Gruber, Die Hard, and many other roles, Sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood. Alan Rickman stars in this as well as a character called Alexander Dane, who was a famed Shakespearean actor, and he plays a character called Dr. Lazarus, and he steals the show in every scene that he's in. His Dr. Lazarus character is kind of a Spock avatar, and he wears a really stupid sort of prosthetic headpiece throughout most of the film, which he absolutely hates. And his character arc is incredible, as he actually comes to embody this Dr. Lazarus character, and he, as I said, steals the show. Just his deadpan delivery and the performance he puts in is the stuff of, it is absolutely incredible. And there's some moments where he just hates everything that's going on, and he just deadpan dryly delivers these hilarious lines, and it's worth the ticket or the cost of the DVD, or the download, or however you watch your movies these days. It's worth his performance alone. And on top of that, you've got fantastic turns from Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, and the rest of the cast. And also the special effects are fantastic. It's a visual feast, and you're really in for a treat. Now, there was a person that did an essay. Let's see if I can find it. A retrospective review by a guy, Matt Miller, said, "The film absolutely holds up as one of the best sci-fi satires ever made. One that challenges our obsession with massive Hollywood franchises, the nature of fandom, and some of the more problematic cliches of the genre, but it does so with a self-aware empathy that makes it an enduring and lasting entry in not only science fiction but American film as a whole." Also, this was referred to by writer-director David Mamet. He said, "Galaxy Quest is one of 4 perfect films that he has ever viewed," and he puts that in a list with movies like The Godfather. And I mean, that's some pretty decent credentials if you think about it. And I wholeheartedly agree. And like I said straight up, like when we started the review, that this is absolutely wonderful entertainment. There is not a second wasted on screen. Every line, every scene, every character moment, every little beat is so... It's like lightning in a bottle. It's like this water bottle got lightning in it, and all the planets lined up, and everything just came together so well. And this, I absolutely love it, and it's something I watch regularly because it's so much fun. And some of the acting in it, like you think it's going to be some silly comedy film, but the acting is top notch. Special effects are top notch. The setting, the story is so much fun, and yeah, it pays tribute to you know, those great shows like Star Trek and movies like Star Wars and other science fiction franchises, but it also pays tribute to the fans. And of course, being a fan of those sort of shows, you know, it really gives you that nod and that acknowledgement, and it makes you feel good about being a fan about those movies. And also that question, what if all those shows like your Doctor Who and, you know, everything like that, what if it was real and the TARDIS landed outside, and as a fan you got to interact with Captain Kirk or Doctor Who or Luke Skywalker and things like that. You know, it really touches that fan and gives you that, you know, pat on the back for loving those stories as we do. Anyway, I could probably talk for another 3 or 4 hours about how good this was, then chuck the DVD in, watch it again, and then talk for another 4 or 5 hours on top of that, because it's fantastic. And yeah, I can't recommend this one enough. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments below what you think and share your thoughts. If you haven't seen it and you're thinking of checking it out, yeah, let me know in the comments below about how you go, as I'd love to hear from you. As always, leave a big old like on the video, smash that subscribe button, as they say on YouTube, and everything, you know. And thanks so much for watching. And yeah, if you've made it through this far and you've liked the video, I really appreciate that. If you've made it through this far and you haven't liked the video, well, thank you so much for sticking it out and listening to me chat, and I really appreciate that too. Anyway, everyone, stay tuned and I will see you soon. Cheers, everybody.
Crystal Ball says like and subscribe and leave a comment.
Yeah, it's raining a bit outside, isn't it?